Hey, I have a PS for today's video, and I'm putting it at the beginning of the video. I'm so new to adding the astrology to the messages, I forgot to do it at the end. So, the cards work out to a 5 today, and the message of 5 from Angel Numbers is the number 5 relates to change, transformation, transmutation, and alchemy. Something in your life is changing or about to, and for the better. Very appropriate message. So stay tuned. The rest of the reading's coming right up. Hi, it's Meredith. I'm here with our message for Thursday, the 14th of November, 2019. We're using 78 Tarot's mythical deck for our message today. We have 2 cards that have come off the bottom of the deck. Our first is the High Priestess. The Oracle within. The Oracle speaks. This card, whoa, gosh, it feels loaded today as I look at it. Have you noticed that there is a quiet, there is a hush that seems to have come over to come over humanity at this time? And we are probably sitting and resting quite comfortably within our own inner oracle, paying attention to our intuitive gifts, how we are informed. It feels more divine than the way I've just expressed it, though. There's this quiet contentment. This, however, is ruffling the feathers of many. So, egos have become engaged in the quiet, and there are so many who are taking the silence personally. So, I like that she's here. One of her messages is discretion. We know that there is a time for connecting and for sharing, and we know that there is a time for being in that hush, being in that silence, and really hearing our own inner voice, listening to our hearts speak. And then there'll be a time for action and reconnection and conversation. And in the present, my guides are saying it's wise that we honor the quiet. Let's find out why, though. The card coming with it. The reason I bought this deck, this card. Oh gosh, I love it. Isn't it gorgeous? It's a beautiful card. Knight of Wands. You know, he can be a bit of chaos, this one. And the knights, as you know, convey messages between cards. So imagine that all this fire, this dragon, this really dynamic knight is delivering oracle quality information from the universe at large to this beautiful and serene being here. Sometimes it feels like that, doesn't it? Those of you who are super, super intuitive, empathic, whatever clair you have, clairvoyance, clairaudience, whatever it is, you know sometimes it comes in like this. There you are, minding your own sweet business. And then there's that. So, yeah, it's pretty sweet to honor the silence and filter what's coming in off this night, which is going to be connected to these 3 cards here. We'll get to those momentarily. So consider if you're experiencing what you would consider a lack of connection with those you hold dear. Consider that they may be having this kind of experience over here. And they're sorting everything that comes in the passion, the fire, the heat from this night. He is a bit impetuous, and she's not. So there's temperance going on there. Now we've had a message of alchemy more than once this week, and there's a shift and a change happening in the unseen, so we have to take it all on faith. She has no problem with that. We, on the other hand, have to make adjustments for this. We have to accommodate this kind of energy and still conduct ourselves in a reasonably productive way, right? And this is a whole lot to manage here. That's a whole lot of energy. We're also astrologically under the influence of the full moon in Taurus, the Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. And I haven't stayed on top of the astrology, so I don't exactly know what else is still in Scorpio. I know the sun is, of course. So we still have a bit of a Scorpio landscape. And as mentioned previously, Scorpio energy is very deep, it's mysterious, it's inquisitive, it's curious, and the High Priestess is the kind of energy that we do, or representative of energy that we do deep, even mysterious, inner exploration with. So we've got this coming in, flowing in still. We have the influence of the astrology, and whatever else we're about to turn over. So let's see what's here. The High Priestess is showing discretion. That's the quiet. That's really what I want to get to. The heart of it is that this time for quiet is one for us to honor within ourselves. And it is a reminder to those who feel that their ego has risen up a bit and they're feeling a disconnect or a lack of communication. Allowing the process is the right energy to shift to for you. It'll bring a sense of peace, or it'll bring greater peace of mind, and may also put you in touch with your own Knight of Wands and your own inner High Priestess. So coming with it all is the Magician. Yeah, that makes sense. The Magician has all the elements of the tarot. He is a master creator, a master manifester within the tarot. He can quite literally create anything he desires. I love that he's looking in the direction of the High Priestess, and they are consecutive cards. He's 1, she's 2. So there's progress here. And a whole lot of fire in the middle, so that's great. There's transformation in that fire. And another message of the Magician is that he can be somewhat of a distraction. So I feel quite connected to the message we've received in repetition this week, that there is a lot going on behind the scenes. It's influenced by astrology. It's influenced by even the season, my guides say. We're going deep within ourselves so that we can bring something else out into the light, something more. And it feels like magic to us. We're making magic within ourselves. This is more alchemy here. When we see the Magician, though, we'd like to know what he is potentially distracting us from. He's a bit of a showman. He's Mr. Charming, and he will dazzle you. And that could be the ego for some of us, right? What stories are we telling ourselves to make sense out of silence, quiet, what we perceive to be disconnect, lack of communication, right? Okay, there it is. What was I just saying? Temperance. There it is. Alchemy itself. Yes. This is faith. This is us having to take the energetic atmosphere on faith. Things are not exactly what they appear. Most especially, they're not what they appear if it's a story that your ego is telling you. Yeah. I have a friend who has a nice little phrase for that kind of thing, but I can't repeat it here on YouTube. We'll just say turn the volume down on that noise, okay? So, taking it on faith, the High Priestess is a master at that. We can trust and have faith in what it is we are co-creating, manifesting at this time. We're bringing our heat, our fire, our passion, enthusiasm, optimism to it, and we're creating real change for ourselves. Change on a solid foundation, desired change. We are shifting frequency, and the other side of it is spectacular. Some of us, though, can't see that right now, and that allows the ego to rise, question everything, insert a little bit of fear so we can do a little dance. Stay with it, folks. That's the message. All right, our next card. Page of Cups. I like that we have a page here. This page is going to connect us to all that Ace of Cups energy that we had yesterday. A reminder to give from the overflow. And the Page of Cups is representative of our dreams. These are being made manifest on the Magician. We have to keep the vision for that and not allow the distraction of a lack of faith and an ego story. So the Page of Cups shows up reminding us to stay connected to our own heart space. That's where the truth lives within us. It's in the heart. So go back there over and over again, no matter how many times you get interrupted by whatever impetuousness has set you on fire in the present moment, right? Next card, the Emperor. Ooh, perfection. You know, gosh, that's a gorgeous card. And it's so full of energy. And this is where that Knight of Wands really came from. The Emperor sent him to the High Priestess. Trust that journey, because it's run right through the heart, right into the heart of the alchemy, of the change that we are making, the magic that we are making. And we're being reminded to pay attention to our inner oracle. Because look at all this lightning and this fire coming off the Emperor. And look how it's carried forward to the High Priestess. This same kind of wise, this wise guidance that comes from the Emperor. This energy is matched on the Emperor in the Knight of Wands. Ooh, you can see how your ego could have its way with it. It's not going to be successful though, which is sweet. So the Emperor, he's Aries energy. Love him. He is all four kings in one. He is the father of the tarot, and he rules the empire. So this guy gets he gets pigeonholed as a control freak, and he really isn't. He's super generous, exceptionally loving, will share absolutely everything with you, and he has all that to offer and does it without reservation. So because he knows so much, because he has so much experience, because he is so worldly, he'll just serve it right up to you. It can seem a bit like a dominant energy when it's flowing into the present. Take a pause with that though and recognize it's your own experience speaking. So what the Emperor would have us do is take a look at how many times we have found ourselves in this sort of energetic climate and come into harmony with it and really foster our faith for the journey through it and bring some peace to that chatty little ego that wants to upset the apple cart and have us feeling separate. All right, let's move on to Angel Answers, fresh reading in the reading. Answer a question if you have one, or allow the cards to confirm something for you. Right? And the two that actually stayed in my hand, let go and big happy changes. Repetition, repetition, repetition. It just keeps coming back around. Oh, I love that. It's like an angel answer party on the table. All right, let's pick one more. And you know it, I have to say it, it's the happy that makes the big change. Stay connected to that. The High Priestess does. Gosh, this Magician card is so beautiful. Look at it. Wow. Okay. Let go, yes. You know, let go of that old story. Let go of that old noise that's coming up and distracting you from the alchemy, the change that is taking place within. Peaceful resolution is our next card, which is sweet. This is where we'll land if we can overcome whatever story we're hearing, whatever thing we've taken personally at this time, and in our willingness to embrace the sweet silence, knowing that the time to share is just around the corner and you're going to have big happy changes to share. So let go of the junk and embrace all the goodness that's right here on the table. And then our last card, our affirmation from the universe, has our back. My fearless freedom lights up the world. And that's what fearless freedom looks like to me today. Consider it. All right, everybody, thank you as always for tuning in and watching. Do like, share, subscribe, leave comments if it's in your heart to do so, and have a beautiful Thursday. Bye for now, everyone. Peace.